So somebody sent me stuff. I want to make a video about it. What is up, YouTube? Jason here with Byte My Bits, and in today's video, it's kind of a random off the cuff. I decided to make a video about type of deal. Somebody sent me some stuff, and that's kind of exciting. Somebody sent me some stuff, and that's kind of exciting. I always like getting packages, you know, whether it's from a vendor or whether it's, you know, from people like you who like to send me stuff to tinker with. It's tinker with. It's fun to just unbox and see what was sent to me. Full disclosure, yes, I have opened this up and briefly looked through, although I have not dove very deep into it, so I don't know everything that's in there. I was at work and I got it and I was like, and then, you know, here we are. As far as who sent me stuff, well, that is actually, he doesn't want to be named. So it is a he, but he is a Patreon and a Patreon subscriber of mine, and he's actually sent me 2 packages. This is the second one. The first one I ripped apart and looked into, and before I even really thought about making any kind of content about it, I was like, already unpacked. So yeah. But this one, I want to change it up a little bit, and I want to explore what comes in the box. Now, to give you a brief history here, or some backstory here, the gentleman who sent me this actually dabbles in random stuff, right? He likes, or I don't know what his job is, but he deals with a bunch of random stuff. Sometimes like older electronics, sometimes newer electronics, but he comes across a lot of different things, and I don't know if he processes it for other people or sends it to recycling. I really don't know the full story. He probably told me, but I forgot. But either way, he's not buying this stuff. This is just like a lot of stuff that maybe was going to be disposed or otherwise not used. So let's see what I got. First thing that he actually sent to me is a Pro 9000 2 megapixel webcam. Honestly, the thing here is that without researching each individual item, I have no idea if this is like new technology or old technology, but February of 2013, absolutely superb camera, says random person from eBay. I actually already have a webcam, but I kind of have an idea on how to use this for different projects. So I'm gonna set this aside. Let's see, right there. Next up we have, I looked at these briefly, but I wasn't really sure. I guess I was. These are 3x1 HDMI pigtail switches, which one of these I think I can actually really use, but essentially from what I can tell, you just plug in 3 HDMI cables, plug this one into your TV or monitor or whatever, and you can switch between devices just by clicking this little switch. So one, maybe 2 of these actually would be really useful. I think I actually know exactly what I want to use it on, but either way, these are actually kind of cool. I don't know, again, if these are new or old, but yeah, kind of interesting. I'm starting to think that he maybe deals with like old store inventory maybe, and it gets like, you know, old inventory to process for maybe auctions. I don't know, I have no idea. But this is like a bunch of them, so. Before I get into the next item, I do want to say, if anyone wants to send me any kind of care packages or anything, I do have my P.O. box listed down below in the description in every video. And make sure if you are sending a package to that P.O. box that you have to send the package via USPS, United States Postal Service, because it is a P.O. box and UPS does not deliver to P.O. boxes. Just FYI. Next up, I have HDMI through network cable extender. The funny thing here is that I actually wanted to play with one of these. I wanted to play with one of these because I wanted to try out like having a server in one room and then a monitor that I wasn't using in another room, and seeing if maybe I can just, you know, get like okay, I have a USB extender, so I could like use that USB, you know, mouse or whatever in the other room. I could even do like a USB splitter and have a keyboard and a mouse in another room. So, and an HDMI via network Ethernet. That's interesting. I'm gonna explore that. Thank you. This is cool. I really want to play with that. I might even make a video about that. Next up, I have Okay. I'm not entirely sure what connection. Is that a mini display port? Maybe? I think that's a mini display port to an HDMI adapter. I don't have anything that takes mini display ports, so this is gonna go in my box of adapters that I randomly have to tap to figure a project out. But it's good to have, because I love having stuff that I don't need right away, but I need later on, and I don't wanna have to order it online in order to finish something out. So I'll save that. Pixie Plus. This is a display control module. The IRRS-232 single gang Pixie Plus device control module provides control for nearly any display device. Eliminate hassles and lost remotes and dead batteries. Give your rooms a foolproof audio video light switch, or AV switch. I don't know what exactly this does. Power source, video, volume up and down. So it's like a remote control that plugs into your light switch or your wall. I have no idea. I'll play with it though. That actually looks kind of interesting. I will definitely play with it. A PlayStation 4 controller. Now I actually don't have a PlayStation 4, but this has a USB wireless adapter that I can use on my PC. Okay, that's awesome. A little backstory here why I think this is awesome. I actually have tried to use my Xbox One controller on my PC to try to play a couple different games just because I wanted to get some joystick control and try to be better. It didn't work. But either way, if this is a wireless, this has a wireless adapter built into it and I can plug that into my computer, then that might solve the problem that I was having with the Xbox controller where I could not get it to recognize anything wirelessly, but if I plugged it in, it did work. So yeah, I might actually use this for like a controller. Next up we have a crimper, or an Ethernet RJ45 tool. Nice. This looks way better than mine. Mine is like cheap. I think mine costs like $5. Sweet. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. This is, it's a little bit RJ45 extent. That's nice to have on hand just to do a quick little patch cable test thing. And we have a Mica Spec 4D2. Mica Spec G2 media player, IR remote control. Oh, it's got a little 8 gig thing in it. Oh, wow. Okay, that is tiny. Look at that. It's got USB, infrared, it's got an SD slot, HDMI out. Wow. Powered by 5 volts. That is interesting. Remote control and everything. I wonder how new or old this is. I'm gonna try this out. It probably runs Android, I would imagine. Most of these little boxes like this run a form of Android. So I'm gonna look this up, see how new or old it is, and if it's new enough that might be somewhat relevant, I might make a video on that too. Next up, I have a pair of clippers for wires, cutting wires. Oh, this is like a new pack. Sweet. All right, RJ45 Cat6 connectors. Are these the ones that go through? Yes, these are the good ones too. Okay, these are just terminations for Ethernet cables, but there's 2 types of Ethernet cables out there, the terminations. The first type are the ones where you have to like snip your wires to be perfectly like aligned, and then you like line them up and you stick them in there, and they have to be perfectly aligned or at least close to it, and then you crimp it and do that other thing. The second type are these, where you line up the wires how how the colors go, and then you just shove them in there and they come out the other side. Then you pull them and you can crimp them, and it's like a perfect cut every time, rather than having to try to get it perfect before you shove it in. So that's good. Probably end up using those at some point. What is this? Shure. Shure. It's a Shure. Last thing I had I actually got from him, if you see it in the background right there, it's a microphone. I haven't actually used that. It's a wireless microphone. I might use it if I go to CES, which is still on the fence at this point, but I have no idea what this is. Okay, that's I think that's another mini DV port to an HDMI, so that's no idea. Serial to something. What is this? Oh, what is that? An audio over Ethernet. Oh, that's cool. Nice. Very interesting. All right. Using Ethernet cables for everything. Now I wonder, I mean, aside from already having infrastructure in place, like Ethernet cables in play that you can use for an audio, like, would it be cheaper to run like a basic RCA cable or cheaper to run an Ethernet cable? I guess if you got like I don't know, like a cheap Ethernet, like a Cat 5 cable or something, it might be cheap. I don't know. I really have no idea. I never ran long distance RCA cables before, so I don't know what kind of cost is associated with. But if you already have Ethernet down, I guess that could work. Next up is a junction box with a faceplate and some kind of wiring, cabling. Oh, this probably goes to this. Yeah, that would make sense. That goes into there, this goes into there. And then you wire this to whatever this does, and it does something, and things happen, and people are happy. I don't know any other part of that story, but I'll have to try it out. And looks like I have more of that cable. So, another HDMI, except this one has a female on the other end, except that, wait. Maybe that one is the same thing. Nope. Different brand, same shape, same more or less functionality, except this one has a male that comes out and this one has a female. So another one of these. I'm gonna have a nice stockpile of those. That'd be awesome. What is this? PXE PGM tool. I have no idea what this is right now. PXE P. What is this? I gotta figure out what this is. The programming wand makes updating and configuring Pixie Plus controllers very simple. So this is associated with that thing. Okay then. All right. All right. I'm gonna put you back in here. I'm gonna put you back in the little box you came in, and then I'm gonna talk to you later. All right, I have no idea what a Pixie Plus is, but I'm gonna do some research on it. Maybe there's a YouTube video about it telling me what I can use it for. Fossmon, another HDMI switcher. Okay, I have plenty of HDMI switchers now. I can switch them for days. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is going to be useful. I need this. Although I don't like the... It seems kind of uneven. It's like bent. So I don't know if this is supposed to only be used on a wall to... Oh, okay. All right, I got you. I'll definitely use this. I use levels all the time, and I always find myself looking for one. So hopefully I don't lose that one. Another lot... Ooh, actually, I think this is a... I think I have this one. I think I have the same exact, it's a little webcam, USB webcam. I think I have the same one, or at least maybe a newer model of this one. But I have the same one literally on my computer. So, another webcam. And more RJ45. Another HDMI to what I assume is a mini display port. Gigabit plus power over Ethernet adapter. What does that do? This adapter connects to iPad to gigabit Ethernet and charges the iPad using power over Ethernet as the power source. It's a PoE 802.3 AF class 0 device. The iPad must be running iOS 10 or later. The adapter is connected to the iPad using a Lightning to USB micro B cable. sold separately. I don't have that. I do have that. Hey, there you go. All right, next up we have so this looks like it is for a security camera, like a security camera mount, or any kind of camera mount, really, if it's, you know, small enough to go on here. But put it into the wall, use this, turn it all around, mount the camera. Probably could be useful because sometimes I get cameras that I want to put somewhere, but I don't have any mounting brackets for them, and they don't come with it. All right, let's see. Shiny packages. I have no idea what this is, but I'm going to dump it. Hopefully it's not fragile. What the hell? Amp Link Amp 10, max 20 watts per leg. Looks like it's got two RJ45 connections. And I have no idea what this is for. Maybe the box will tell me. I don't know what this is. Amp Link Hub. Ports 1 through 4 may only be connected to Amp Node 10 modules with a RCA, like a left and a right, and then it has an RJ45 out. Oh, okay. I got you. I see. I'm a little slow. I know. Forgive me. So use this. I assume it duplicates the same audio source into RJ45 connections, goes over to here, and out comes your speaker wire. And then it looks like you can do a maximum of 20 watts per input or output or whatever. Audio over Ethernet. I mean, I'm over here thinking, like, why do you need all this, like, you know, stuff over Ethernet unless you already have the infrastructure or whatever? But this is like an entirely another device that is powered or used via an RJ45 connection. So maybe Ethernet really is just the cheaper way to go, you know, versus running speaker wire. I don't know how that would work, but I feel like it'd be more expensive to run Cat 5 than just standard speaker wire, but I could be wrong. And then last but not least, universal tablet wall mount. Hey, I might actually use this. This might be cool. This might inadvertently, nice. Hold on. My name is Wall Mount. I am a wall mount. Do 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 do. Okay, I'm gonna have to edit that out. Okay, so fun fact, I bought this. It's an 8x10 picture frame. I bought this specifically because it actually has real glass, and it costs $4 at Walmart. So I bought this, and I wanted this because I'm attempting to be a little bit more professional in some of my more like in-depth videos and actually utilize like some sort of a script. But the only option I have is to put like the iPad like right underneath it. And then if I'm like talking to the camera and I'm like looking down here reading, it's super obvious, right? I mean, it's always gonna be obvious that you're reading a script, but I don't want it to be super obvious. So my idea here is that this iPad is about the same size as this piece of glass. So I'll take this, this thing apart, steal the glass out of it, throw the rest away, or somehow utilize it in order to make a teleprompter. And then, nice. Okay, perfect. This is gonna be perfect because if I can get this and mount this to a piece of wood and have it stuck underneath my camera over there, then I can use this in conjunction with this, make my little teleprompter, right? In fact, I might even keep the frame. It actually seems to be useful. Keep this just like that, and then boom, I got myself a teleprompter. I mean, that's really all freaking teleprompter is, just like that. And then hook that in front of the camera, like, you know. Okay then, all right, this is gonna be useful. I was gonna try to build my own base out of wood. But if all I have to do is put a piece of wood and mount this to it, win. Well, folks, that is it for today. I know, completely random video, but I wanted to kind of sort of show my, like, I don't know, excitement and appreciation for Mr., you know, he who shall not be named person guy that decided to send me random stuff in the mail. Basically, I wanted to open it on camera, see what all I got. I did explore a little bit into it, but there were a lot of unknowns that I started digging into the box and said, you know what? Gotta wait till I get home for this. And if I'm gonna be home, I might as well do it on camera. So again, thank you very much. If anyone wants to send me little, you know, knick-knack stuff like this, you think that might be useful in a video, check out the P.O. box down below. Again, thank you for sending this to me, Mr. Anonymous. I appreciate you. If you have any questions about any of this stuff, you probably are gonna have to Google it, because that's what I'm gonna do on half of this stuff. I'll just have to Google and see exactly how they're implemented, why they're implemented. Like, for example, the whole audio over RJ45, why is that a thing? Is that better for some reason? Is there any benefit to it? Or is there any cons to it? I don't know. So I'm gonna have to Google that and try to figure it out. Either way, it's been interesting. I call this mail time. I don't know. Maybe I should come up with a good title. I don't know. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe below, and have yourself a good night.